Alright, welcome to the Thrive in 30 Challenge, where you and I are going to be taking massive steps towards improving both the quality of your health and the quality of your life. Throughout these 30 days, you and I are going to use the same principles and strategies that make you a badass inside the gym and apply them when and where it really counts, because we both know that the real workout starts when you leave the gym. You're going to be joining myself, Coach Carl, the creator of this challenge, and the amazing Mind Over Body Bootcamp as we work together towards discovering, defining, and ultimately declaring the best version of yourself the only way we can. One workout at a time and one set at a time. One day at a time and one step at a time. Now let's get started. You know what's so unfair but everyone does, including me? You see someone who is successful and you just assume that they've always been that way. You see a woman who is in incredible shape and you never think about the fact that she probably worked her ass off to get there. Clients and members look at me and some of the advanced options I'll demo for exercises, and they laugh when I suggest that they can do it too. I don't think they realize what's lying underneath that laughter. They somehow think that I've just always been able to do the things I do, which is complete bullshit, because like everyone who succeeds when it comes to health and fitness, I worked my ass off to get where I am and do what I can do. Let's take you for example. Look back to your personal board of directors and the person or people you chose for physical health. If you're like me and most other people, you'd probably look at this person or people as being near superhuman. Like they can just do things you could never do. But you know what I can guarantee with 100% certainty? They were once on the outside looking in too. They were the ones that looked up to someone else and thought exactly what you think about them. But clearly everyone has to start somewhere. And the truth of the matter is that while most people start somewhere, the majority of people go nowhere. They go nowhere for a lot of reasons, but there are two that stick out for me today. Reason number one is they don't believe it's possible for them. But reason number two, they lose themselves in the outcome instead of investing themselves in the process. This is the one that most people are totally unaware of. And this is the one that separates those who create change and those who are doomed to remain the same. So what do I mean when people lose themselves in the outcome instead of investing in the process? Outcome is essentially your goal, whereas the process is your intention. When all we do is focus on the outcome, it is so simple to get discouraged and quit before it's ever accomplished. But what would happen if you just took a minute before every workout? Took just 1 minute before deciding what to eat? Took just 1 minute to think about having that second, third, or even fourth drink? Or took just 1 minute to consider how you could curb your stress or anxiety without the use of food or alcohol? Just one single minute to get clear on your intention behind your actions. Now you may not realize it yet, but I had you write your living eulogy not just to create an idea in your head, but to create a masterpiece in your everyday life, one brushstroke at a time. And each one of those brushstrokes need only take you one single minute as you get clear about what your intentions are going to be and as you consider who it is you want to be. Now the good news, starting to focus on the process is actually the best way to ensure you reach your outcome. Not only that, but as I said, choosing your intention only takes a minute, but it can literally take you a second if you decide on what your intention is in advance, which is exactly what we're going to do today. Now here's what I'm going to invite you to do right now. Task number 1 is Inspired Intentions Part 1. Addressing only the physical health piece of the prep work, I want you to think about your living eulogy. Think about your personal board of directors, and think about your love nest. And then finally, think about who you want to be inside of your physical health. And answer these questions. Question number 1, in order to work out with the frequency and intensity I need to be who I want to be, what does my intention need to be? Question number 2, in order to nourish my body with fuel that supports who I want to be, what does my intention need to be? And question number 3, in order to allow sufficient rest and recovery time for my body to be a personification of who I want to be, what does my intention need to be? Now for each of these 3 questions, you're going to make a list of words or phrases that represent what your intention will be as it applies to your physical health. If you've ever wondered why you come up short when it comes to fitness, nutrition, or rest, you're probably pretty clear now that it had less to do with your goal and more to do with your intentions on your path towards achieving your goal. So today take some time to get crystal clear on what those intentions are going to be. So again, task number 1 is Inspired Intentions Part 1. Question number 1, in order to work out with the frequency and intensity I need to be who I want to be, what does my intention need to be? Question number 2, In order to nourish my body with fuel that supports who I want to be, what does my intention need to be? And question number 3, in order to allow sufficient rest and recovery time for my body to be a personification of who I want to be, what does my intention need to be? Now, if you take just a minute right now to stop and consider something, how much less stress will you feel? How much more at ease will you be before taking action? And how much more enjoyable the process will be as you work towards your goals, simply as a result of shifting your focus to your intentions. I promise you will be amazed at how all of a sudden you've totally lost the attachment you have to the outcome, because you've come to realize through experience one of the most powerful truths that every master has tried to teach us. It's never as important what you do as how you do it. We got this. Thanks again for joining me and being brave enough to accept the Thrive in 30 challenge. But just remember that regardless of how many times it is said, knowledge is not power. Knowledge is only potential power, and it is up to you to complete these tasks, apply the knowledge you learn here, and ultimately take small yet transformative steps towards creating the life you want for you and the people you love. Just like in the gym, if you want to be stronger, if you want to be healthier, if you want to feel better about who you are, no matter how hard things may seem in the moment, just remember that you only have to do something once to know you can do it again, and that whatever pain you have to endure, at the end of the day, the truth cannot be denied. And that truth is that you are worth it. We got this.